a quick look at what's going on Nifty on the daily charts. So as we can see, of late the markets are correcting. Currently, as we speak, Nifty is at 10,860 on the day of expiry, and we would like to understand what should be our current positions and what should be the positions leading up to the October series. All right. First, we just have a look at the chart in general. We have already discussed this chart several times. In our previous video, we had set up a potential reversal zone at 10,800 levels, and we had marked it as a bearish bat pattern. Since then, however, what is interesting is that we can see the following tactical build-ups. So first step is to assert, I mean, just to have a quick look at the overall chart structure. We see that the market has not created any significant highs after creating a significant low. So in general, in the absence of unclear highs and lows, so we just have this right here. I'll just mark this. In the absence of unclear highs and lows, we have a ranging market. So this is one hypothesis. The reason is we know that one high is here, another low is here, we get another high right here. So there is no higher top, higher bottom. What I mean by this is, so say for example, we have a look at a chart like this. Alright, this is a market of higher top, higher bottom. So here we get a clear, for example, there's no doubt that this is higher top, and then in turn we know that this is here a higher bottom, and the question out here would be like, for example, a question right over here would be means right in this zone would be that right here is this gap new higher bottom. Okay, and so this is the question right here, for example, and we can clearly see that this is a trending chart. There is no, if you put on the moving averages, you're seeing clearly upward moving averages. So if you compare this with Nifty, I think, so if you compare this with Nifty, we see that we have a chart with crossover moving averages, which generally indicates a clear-cut ranging market. Anyways, as we speak, the market has further corrected at 10,833. So let's just have a quick look at the market on a little closely. We know that this is a ranging market, and in a ranging market, it is at the potential reversal zone of a bearish crab pattern. This is something that we have discussed in our previous video. So this is the PRZ of a bearish crab, which has undoubtedly been, which we'll see as what is the status on this one. For details on this, you must view harmonics from Scott and Carney's perspective. So right here we see following bearish implications. The first one is the candle on the 31st of August, where we can clearly see that this is a bearish engulfing right here. So we have a bearish engulfing candle followed up by we can see another similar such candle right here along these zones, and when we take a simple structure, what we get is we get a move in this fashion up, then from here we get a higher bottom. So we have a higher top here, we have a higher bottom here, then from here we get another move in this direction in the spot of another bearish engulfing, and as we can see that this low right here, since this has broken, right, so what we're getting is a lower top at this point, and as we can see that we're getting a lower top, lower bottom. As we speak, we're getting a lower bottom formation. All right. So this is a hypothesis, that is, we do not know if this is actually going to be the lower bottom, or maybe this is going to be the lower bottom, or this is going to be the lower bottom. So we do not know, but one thing we do know is that the market has created a lower top, lower bottom formation. And in addition to that information, what we have is we have clearly well-defined resistances at this point. It's so I'll mark this on a strong, let's say dark red, just to mark it out, that we have a clear resistance at say 11,800, and a similar such resistance. I mean, it's without any ambiguity. We have this position at 11,650. These are now new resistance points, and what we do expect is that whenever the market now creates a high from whichever level, it is only going to be partially up, and we'll have to. It'll be interesting to see if it actually creates a double top, but most likely it'll continue in this fashion for some more time. So let's just have a quick look at our current positions. So our current positions reflects. Sorry, our current positions reflect our views. I'll just show you that. All right. What we can see is that currently we are holding a sell on 650 CE for October series. Why 650 CE? Because we can see this high right here. So if you can see this, when I put the cursor here, you can see the high here. So you can see that the high is 618. So consequently, writing 650C basically means that Nifty is not going to close above 650. That is how we see the position. And we can see that for October series, we have a 11,800 CE that has also been shorted. The 11,800 C is right here. Because we have these two resistance points. You can see that for September series, we have already closed the sell on 11,800 C, booking a profit of 2,700. So this is basically, you can see that the order got executed at 0.05. Because we have closed this position and we have rolled over this position, and now of course the plan basically is basically to sell in is basically to roll over the Nifty September contracts to Nifty October contract. Since the time is 3:05 p.m., we'll wait for some time and we'll do this. So generally speaking, what we are going to have is we are going to have a Nifty October future position opening up, followed up by another lot of Nifty 650C. I think which is something that I can place an order even right here itself. Regular limit. So I think they've changed the interface. So just it's no problem. So we've punched in the order, and hopefully, and I'll definitely be selling it at closing. These are sort of the orders. You can see that for the day today, we had actually placed in buying stop losses on Titan, Coal India, HDFC, Maruti, etc. But none of them actually traded. The only ones that are trading right now are a sell on options and a sell on Nifty. So so this will be the position that we carry forward. Hopefully, you have a good expiry. Best of luck.